Today on Judge Faith, a pack of dogs terrorize a neighborhood.
Actually, the big dog did not chase after him first. It was the little ones.
You didn't have a chance, sir.
No, I didn't.
My dog actually is tied up all the time.
When it was supposed to be quarantined, it was in my yard.
That is a lie.
So your dogs are running around like a pack of wolves.
And later, the defendant claims he had car insurance, but Judge Faith knows the truth.
He just comes out of nowhere and bells to stop.
You have the right of way?
Yeah, I have the right of way.
Okay. Did you have insurance on your car, sir?
Yes,
Are you sure about that?
it might have had a lap.
It might have had or it did.
Plaintiff Rick Hernandez claims the defendant's dog attacked him while he was in his backyard. He is suing for $5,045, the cost of medical expenses, lost wages, and pain and suffering. Defendant Vicky Barajas says the plaintiff overreacted and incurred charges due to his own behavior. She says her dog would never attack another person unless provoked.
Remain seated and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, this case is Hernandez versus Barajas.
Thank you, Barbara. Rick Hernandez,
Yes, ma'am.
you are suing the defendant, Vicky Barajas,
Yes.
for $5,045. You say her dog bit you, and you have out-of-pocket medical expenses, lost wages, and you're also suing for pain and suffering?
That is correct.
Okay, we'll start with you, sir. Why don't you tell me what happened? Give me some background.
Well, I lived next to Miss Barajas for about 2 years.
You live next to her?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And on the day of June 1st, 2014,
How long, you say you lived next to her for 2 years?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how many dogs do you have, ma'am?
I have four.
And at the time of this incident, how many did you have?
Four.
4, okay. Go ahead.
I was going to my backyard and about 10 feet from the door to my shed, and I heard a loud barking noise, and I turned around and a German Shepherd was running my direction, and it attacked me and it bit me on my right leg behind my knee.
Were you injured?
Yes, I was.
Had you seen these dogs before? Did
Yes,
you know
I have.
that this dog belonged to the defendant?
Yes, I did. I have pictures of it as well. So.
How did you know that?
The dog, it's been a reoccurring problem. This is not the first time it's tried to.
It's not the first time?
No, it's not.
Okay, tell me about the prior incidents.
Prior incidents, I'd be going to my backyard and the dog would just come running at me, lunging at me. I'd go out to my backyard and try to take the trash, and I'd have to come back inside my house, running with terror and fear.
There's no fence in her yard?
There's not, ma'am.
What's going on, ma'am?
Okay, this, my dog actually is tied up all the time,
Except this time?
except the only time that we let our dog loose is to do his business. That day, I let him out. Usually my husband does, because he does have a little bit.
Do you have a
more-
fenced-in yard?
We do now.
Back
That was
at the time of
corrected.
this incident.
At the time of the incident, we did.
How did your dog get in his yard?
I let him loose that day because I was going to allow him to do his business.
Where were you?
I was there. He's never unsupervised. He is always tied, but when we let him loose, he is supervised all the time. He does not run loose by himself. The other 3 little dogs are the first ones to.
No. I'm going back to the date of this incident. How did your dog get in his yard?
By running over to the other side.
Okay, that's a problem.
That is.
That's a problem. And it's apparently not the first time it's happened.
It's probably happened. He says frequently. I don't believe that.
You don't know?
I know that. I know he doesn't. The incident that he's talking about when he's come out of his back door to throw out the trash, my dog, yes, he did run towards him. He raised his arms up to hit him. I said, don't do that, Rick. Talk to him. He will listen.
If he would have listened, he wouldn't have attacked me.
You witnessed this entire thing.
Yes, I did.
And so you see your dog running after him.
I call out to him. And Rick, instead of calling out to him, buddy, stop, he raised his arms out like he was going to hit him.
She constantly tells me not to show fear and try to pet the dog, but when a dog's coming at me in an aggressive fashion, barking at me, showing its teeth and fangs, I'm not going to try to pet a dog like that. common sense will tell you that's not the right thing to do.
How many dogs were running after you that day, sir?
Her dog, the big dog Buddy, which I have pictures of.
So there was more than one dog
Yes, ma'am.
running loose.
Yes, ma'am.
And Buddy's the one that bit you.
Yes, ma'am, that's
So your
correct.
dogs are running around like a pack of wolves in your neighborhood.
No, not a pack of wolves, no. These little dogs are little.
I mean,
the
you
only
seem
big
to
one
be
is the
like
German Shepherd.
completely. I mean, this is. I mean, and you know you're not making any sense. Let me see what Buddy looks like. Are those the other dogs terrorizing
Yes.
the neighborhood? and you want him to talk to the dog and call the dog by name, a dog that's
He will
charging him.
listen.
That's your
He will
solution.
Listen. He will listen.
Buddy, stop.
He will listen. He does listen.
You want him to be the dog whisperer.
Coming up, not everyone wants to play with the neighbor's dogs.
You don't have a fence. These dogs
We
are
do
running
we
loose
have a
in the
fence
neighborhood.
now.
When this happened, you had no fence, ma'am. Not everyone wants to play with your dogs.
And later, was the car accident a scam?
Why do you think this was a setup?
Out here in California, it's
Swoop and squat. So you think the other two cars that stopped for you were a part of her crew?
correct.
Plaintiff Rick Hernandez was attacked by his neighbor's dog. He's suing for the cost of medical expenses, lost wages, and pain and suffering. Defendant Vicky Barajas says her dog would never attack another person unless provoked, so she doesn't know.
What happened, sir? So you were bit. Did you call the police? What did you do?
I called animal control, and they came out to my house. They took a report, and after they left, they told me that whatever I needed to do as far as seeking medical attention, that'd probably be a good thing to do.
And what did you do?
I went to the hospital. They cleaned the wound out, made sure everything was good, gave me pain medication as well as antibiotics. So
You have photos of your injuries?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
May I see them, please?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, ma'am, your neighbor.
I offered to take him to the hospital that day.
I object. You didn't even tell me you were sorry.
Yes,
Or
I
let
did.
alone give me a ride.
Yes, I did. I did offer to take him. He walked away from me.
But why is you offering him to take him to the hospital supposed to
What?
be of some comfort? How about your dog don't bite him in the first place? That's like. Ooh,
I tried to do my part.
those
we
are
set
two
up a fence.
teeth marks.
Yes, ma'am. That's what a nice dog usually does.
Outrageous, outrageous. And you know what? You know what bothers me? You let these dogs run loose and you think it's okay. You
No,
think
I
it's
don't
okay.
think it's okay.
Oh, you absolutely do. Because it is clear to me, you don't have a fence. These dogs
We
are
do
running
we
loose
have a
in the
fence
neighborhood.
now.
When this happened, you had no fence, ma'am. Not everyone wants to play with your dogs.
I understand that.
The plaintiff said that he had to miss time from work, go to the doctor, get vaccinations, which he has provided proof of, and you say that you don't owe for any of these things. What is your reason?
The reason is I asked him to take him to the doctor that day. He turned away from me and walked away. He never tried to notify me or let me know that he had a problem.
Okay, I'm sorry. You knew that your dog bit him, right?
Yes.
So because he didn't take you up on a ride to the hospital, you don't know? I just want to make sure I'm clear on what you're saying.
I didn't say I didn't owe.
This is what you wrote in your answer. I don't owe because I offered to take Rick to a clinic immediately after my dog scratched him. Rick refused to go, and then he has the nerve to ask me for the money for his medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering. Absolutely not. I mean, if you're going to be a dog owner, you need to learn how to be a responsible dog owner. Because right now, you look like a really bad dog owner in my eyes. The law is very clear. In your state, in your city, in your town, in this area, you either have to have those dogs enclosed up in a fence or they have to be on a leash. There is no other option. There is no excuse for what happened. You are responsible. This is the judgment. $1,853 for medical expenses, $500 for pain and suffering. That's a total judgment of $2,353. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Plaintiff Brenda Perez says the defendant sideswiped her car and because he doesn't have insurance, dodged her calls. She's suing for $3,807, the cost of auto repairs. Defendant Howard Franklin says he feels like he got set up for a swoop and squat to get some fast cash, so he doesn't owe.
Brenda Perez?
Yes.
You are suing the defendant Howard Franklin
Yes, Judge.
for $3,807 auto repairs as a result of a car accident the two of you had?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start with you, ma'am. Tell me what happened.
Okay, so I was traveling east on Redondo Beach Boulevard, and I was just coming out of work. It was around 4:15, no later than 4:30 p.m.
Where was this located?
In the city of Gardena.
Okay.
Okay, so I was going straight, and there's 2 lanes blocked off. They have traffic, mine doesn't. There's no red light, no stop sign, nothing like that. And I just see the...
So you were just driving down
just
a street?
driving down the street.
No
cars.
You had the right of way?
Yeah, I have the right of way.
Okay.
And he just comes out of nowhere and just, I see the tip of his car, and I start honking, and I press the brake. And he didn't hear me. He failed to stop because he was going pretty fast because the impact was really, really like...
Was he turning into the traffic, or how
Yeah,
does
he was
that work?
turning into traffic.
Okay, you want to step over to the flat screen and show me
Sure.
where the accident happened? Okay, where's your car? Point to
So-
where you were and where you were traveling.
Here I am, and I'm just going straight. These 2 lanes were blocked off.
What do you
So-
mean by blocked off?
There's cars, like, blocked off. It's busy. It's a busy street. So there's just cars all along this street. And this lane is just alone. There's no cars there. I'm just going straight, minding my own business.
Got it. Okay, and where does his car come from?
His car comes from out here. So I'm going straight. I don't have to stop. There's no stop sign here. The light's up there.
Okay, thank you. Sir, what do you say happened?
Okay, I say it's different. There was 3 lanes.
Right?
And these 2, and that obstructed my view. These cars had stopped for me to make my turn.
Okay, so let me just make sure. You're traveling in this direction.
That's correct.
And you were going to turn in this direction.
That is correct.
Okay, you said the 2 cars,
2 cars had already stopped for me
they stopped for you, and she's
to
traveling.
make my turn. Something
Okay.
called a squat and scoop.
Swoop and squat, is that what it is?
A squat, yes, that's what it's called.
Okay, and that's when you, like, a group of people get together.
Gather and plot on other people in order to collect funds, monies from the
So
other
you think
person.
the other 2 cars that stopped for you were a part of her crew?
Correct.
And that she was driving, she continued to drive straight, and it was all a part of a plan?
Correct.
Where'd you get that information?
That's just normal knowledge from the people, that live here.
Okay, but why do you think she was involved in something like that?
She was in a much larger vehicle. She was in an SUV. She had 4 passengers. Usually, they have a group of passengers.
For witnesses, is that what you're saying?
Witnesses,
so they can have witnesses?
and other participants to predict the injuries.
So everyone can collect on the insurance and they all split it?
And the fraud,
Okay.
yes.
And so why do you think this was a setup?
Because I'm like a senior citizen, I have a job, and I have an income. The
So you
car
think
was
they-
a reasonably new car.
And how would they know that?
I don't know. How would they know that?
Okay. Did you have insurance on your car, sir?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, I had maybe a lapse in the insurance because I paid by check. The insurance payment was taken out of my checking account, and at that time the funds went there, so it might have had a lapse.
It might have had, or it did.
It did.
Coming up on Judge Faith, the defendant gets physical.
And this guy just comes out of nowhere and just starts bumping up against him, trying to get the license plate back. My boyfriend wasn't trying to take it from him or anything. He was just trying to take a picture.
You got physically aggressive, sir?
Plaintiff Brenda Perez says the defendant hit her car and is now dodging her calls and will not pay. She's suing for $3,807, the cost of auto repairs. Defendant Howard Franklin says this was a classic scam using stopped cars to get some fast cash from a car accident.
What happened when he hit your car?
Okay, so when he hit my car, he backed out, and then he jumped out of his car and he came screaming at me. Hey, give me your information, get out the car, And I'm just like, I couldn't get out. Obviously, he hit my door and it slammed it in, so it wasn't able to be opened.
Were you yelling at her?
Maybe, probably.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so mind this is my first car accident. I'm 18 years old. I'm just getting out of work, and I'm just like, whoa, like, it's just crazy. It all happened so fast, and he's screaming at me. So obviously, I really got, really terrified. I was like, what the heck? Why is he screaming at me? You know, so I decided to call the cops. Right before I called the police, the reason I did call the police was because he was being aggressive with my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. My boyfriend hopped out the car to get his license plate that half fell off the car. We thought he was gonna leave because he just backed out and just went into the other street. I didn't think he was gonna go into the parking lot. So he grabbed his license plate and he's trying to take a picture of it. And this guy just comes out of nowhere and just starts bumping up against him, trying to get the license plate back. My boyfriend wasn't trying to take it from him or anything. You know, he was just trying to take a picture. We thought he was gonna leave.
You got physically aggressive, sir?
That was my property. He had my license plate. I didn't know what he was going to do with it. He was a bigger guy. I didn't know if he was going to strike me with it or anything. So
Did you see him try to take a photo of it?
No. I was going to take a photo of it, maybe, but I don't know what he was going to do. I'm not sure. I'm not understanding your question.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out why you got physical with the young man who was there.
Because he wouldn't release my license plate to me.
Okay.
He was holding back, and I was trying to get it. Okay. So we was in a struggle for the license plate, but it belonged to me, so I thought it was my property, so I wanted it.
Okay. And so the reason why you don't think you're responsible for this accident is, by the way, the other two cars that you think was a part of the swoop and squat, where were they?
They are gone now.
They're gone. Okay. And so the reason why you don't think you're responsible for this accident is because you think this was a setup.
Correct.
And you don't have any evidence to support that, right?
No.
Just
my
speculation.
Random speculation, yeah.
Okay. That's not a sufficient defense, sir.
I can understand that.
Because she has the right of way. She's traveling on a street she has the right of way.
Correct.
She's driving down the street. You have the duty to yield. You're making a left-hand turn. You have the duty to yield. What were the damages to your car, ma'am?
The two doors, the driver's door was unable to open, as I said, because I couldn't get out. I had to hop out the other side. The back door was only able to crack a bit and wasn't able to open all the way. And I think he might have hit my tire, but they didn't go fully into that.
Did you contact the defendant and ask him to pay for the damages?
Yes, I did.
What happened?
He never answered.
He never responded?
No, he
How did you
didn't.
get his information to file a lawsuit?
The police report, that's what I had, and then it had his address and stuff on there. So
Why didn't you respond when she contacted you?
I didn't get any response. I didn't get any calls.
And now, Judge Faith rules.
Well, here's what we're going to do. You submitted an estimate showing damages to your vehicle in the amount of $3,807.
Yes, ma'am.
Which is higher than the Blue Book value of the car. Sir, you have not presented any evidence that this young lady, 18-year-old teenager, leaving work, was a part of some type of conspiracy to get you to hit her car and cause her damage so she could collect. If she were a part of a conspiracy, clearly they picked the wrong person because you're driving around with no insurance.
Correct.
Right?
But they didn't know that.
So, in any event, I'm going to order you to pay the plaintiff's Blue Book value for her vehicle, which is lower than your estimate, but that amount is in good condition. The Blue Book value is $2,520. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Thank you.
This aunt says her niece pretends she doesn't owe for a loan.
It was her word, and she said, Auntie, you know, I'll pay you back.
And this was her idea, so
Oh, no, but I can't wait to hear this one.
But the niece insists her aunt is hiding money from her kids' IRAs.
She swore to me she still had those accounts for the IRA, both of those accounts, 2 accounts.
Never had a conversation.
Never happened.
And Judge Faith has to make sense out of the stories she uncovered.
The most important piece of evidence you say you don't have with you.
She called me and asked me if she could borrow another $1,800.
You can't think of a good answer.
No, I can't think of a good answer. It was because I
No,
agreed
how
to her
about you
because
just
I
start
agreed to
telling
her.
the truth and
I am
stop
telling the
thinking
truth,
so
Your Honor.
much.
I am telling the truth.
No, you're not.
Plaintiff Janice Calhoun says she gave her niece a loan to get through hard times. She's suing for $3,200, the unpaid balance plus interest. Defendant Cheryl Soraka says she gave her aunt cash to open 2 IRAs and is countersuing for the $2,000 paid for the IRAs.
Remain seated and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, this case is Calhoun versus Soraka.
Thank you, Barbara. Janice Calhoun,
Yes.
you are suing the defendant Cheryl Soraka for $3,200, $2,900 in an unpaid loan and $300 in interest.
Correct.
And you are countersuing, ma'am, for $2,000. You say she owes you that money.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I understand that Miss Soraka is your niece, ma'am?
She is my brother's stepdaughter. Yes, she is my niece.
Okay, so why don't we just start from the beginning and you give me a little bit of background about you and Miss Soraka's relationship.
I've known her since she was about 2 to 3 years old. While she was growing up as a young child, I wasn't really around her very much, but over the last few years, our relationship has gotten rather close as she's gotten older and was married and started her own family. So we have become very, very close.
And how would you describe your relationship with your aunt over the last few years?
We had gotten closer. She would be at my house in the holidays. After my grandfather passed away, we conversed more often on the phone, and then it just on a daily basis at times. Sometimes, like she said, 2 or 3 times a day. I was going through some personal issues with my marriage and also just other issues. And she was
there for you?
Yeah, she was being a good aunt.
Okay. Prior to the money that's in dispute in this case, was she helping you out financially?
No,
Okay.
no.
So she called you, you had a conversation with her. What specifically did she say she needed money for?
Because her husband had been temporarily laid off, and they were behind on their rent a couple of months, and that at that point in time, she said, I only have $3 in my checking account. I don't have any food for the kids or for us, and my phone's getting ready to get turned off, and she had some other issues with utilities. And I asked her, I said, well, what are you asking me? And she said, well, I want to know if you can help me out. I said, well, how much do you absolutely have to have? And she said, well, $3,000 is what I need to get me out from under this. And I said, well, that's quite a bit.
Are you working? Are you retired or are you working?
I'm retired.
Okay. So what's your source of income?
I have my retirement and Social Security disability.
Okay. So $3,000, you say it's a lot of money for you?
Well, it's a lot of money for me to loan.
Right.
But I was willing to do it for her. And then I had even asked her, well, could we do something like maybe $1,500? And she goes, well, that's not really going to help that much. And I said, it's got to be $3,000. And she goes, $3,000's really got to get me where I need to be. And I said, well, okay.
And what do you say? What do you say she said in terms of the agreement to pay you back? I know you have a different story, and I'll hear that in a second. But what do you say the agreement was in terms of her paying you back?
There was the only agreement was that it was her word, and she said, Auntie, I'll pay you back.
Starting when?
I'll pay you back, Auntie.
Okay.
And so when on the 24th, she said, well, can I come, I'll come over and get a check. I said, well, you don't have to do that. Give me your checking account number, and I will go get the money and go put it in your checking account. So you didn't have to, because she does have her 2 small children, so she wouldn't have to do that I would take care of it for her.
And do you have proof that you did that?
Yes, I do.
May I see it, please?
Yes.
So you say you put $3,000 into her account. Did she
Yes.
ever pay you back any of this money?
She has paid me $100.
Do you have proof of that?
Yes.
May I see that, please? What's going on, Ms. Soraka? What do you say happened?
Early 2013, she's supposed to invest in 2 accounts for my children.
What was the exact conversation you say you had with her?
Was that just in case I was going to get a divorce or just longevity, security for my children. It was a smart thing to do.
And what specifically did you say to her that you wanted her to do?
Invest this money so it would have security for my children.
Invested in what?
And we decided 2 individual IRAs, which fluctuates with the stock markets. She's the one who knew about this. She had been coaching me and standing beside me through so many different things that I felt very comfortable with her decision. I withdrew the money out of my account.
How much money?
Which is $5,000, $2,500 each. And when I had called her, I was at ends. I had no monies, and I needed her to liquidate the IRAs. But along this time, I had asked her for information, something saying that these two accounts existed, and I've never gotten any proof. And like we've explained, that we had not seen each other in person very often, so it was always put off till the next day, till the next date, till the next date.
How much money are you saying you gave her?
$5,000.
In cash?
Yes, and it was supposed to be $2,500 for my son, $2,500 for my daughter.
To open two IRAs?
Two separate accounts, yes.
And you, to this day, you have no proof that these IRAs exist?
Nothing.
Coming up on Judge Faith, something's amiss about two missing IRAs.
Why did you deposit $100 into her account? I need you to give me an answer that makes sense so I can believe it.
Because she wanted to...
You can't think of a good answer.
Plaintiff Janice Calhoun says her niece took out a loan with her but never paid it back. Defendant Cheryl Soraka says her aunt owes her for two missing IRAs.
May I see your proof that you gave her the money?
Yes.
Well, this just says that you withdrew $5,000 out of your bank account, but it doesn't show me that you actually gave her, because she's going to say, did she give you $5,000,
She
ma'am?
never, we never
Okay.
had a conversation. She never gave me a dime.
I don't dispute what you say, that you took out $5,000
No, there's
out
an
of your
additional
account.
receipt that I have misplaced.
Well, the issue is, do you have proof that you gave her that money to open up two IRAs?
Besides emails, text messages, no.
Okay,
Oh, I'd
did
like
you
to
have
see
a
those.
conversation? Did you have a conversation with Ms. Soraka about setting up IRAs?
Never.
Never had a conversation?
Never happened, no.
You have no idea what she's
Never.
talking about?
No.
Never.
Did she ever give you $5,000?
No,
Okay.
she's never given me a dime.
So in a split second, she just drops $3,000 into my bank for no reason whatsoever.
I'm going to figure that out. That's
Okay,
my job
please
to
do,
figure
because-
that out. But my question to you is, how many months go by before you have the conversation with her about $3,000?
I have been repeatedly asking her. It wasn't about $3,000. It was liquidating the IRAs together. Because I
Okay,
was
do you
running out of
have
money.
any, what did you communicate via text, email?
Text, yes.
Do you have the text messages?
I have the text messages, her and I conversing about these two accounts.
Can you
And
show me the text messages?
Yes, if we can get the phone to charge.
No, she can't.
No, hold on a
Let's
second.
go get
Hold
the
on a
phone in
second.
possession. We can plug it in, Your
Is your
Honor.
phone working? I mean, what do you
No.
mean by you can't get the phone to charge?
No, I cannot get the phone to charge.
What other proof do you have, ma'am?
I have proof.
I want to find out about this IRA, because if you're telling the truth, all I want is evidence that that an IRA was set up, that you gave her $5,000, that this account
IRAs,
actually exists. You don't have an email forwarded to you from her?
No.
You don't
she sent me
have
pictures of her dogs when I asked her for the information. Excuse me for interrupting. I apologize. But I have 2 emails with her Yorkies. I have this other.
If you don't have evidence in court with you today, it doesn't exist to me. You understand?
Your Honor,
it doesn't exist.
I did, and the phone is burnt out. If we could take a recess, if I could find somebody to replace that thing.
I know,
like
I'm
did.
not taking a recess, because this is your opportunity now. You knew what you had to come into court and
Yes,
prove
ma'am.
today.
Yes, ma'am.
I should not have to take a recess for you to go and get your evidence off of your broken phone. The most important piece of evidence you say you have, you don't have with you. To
Correct.
me, it does not exist.
All
Would
right.
you like my evidence?
You know, I'm really starting to question your credibility on this, because from January until now, you say you gave her $5,000 in cash,
And
by
I
the way.
repeatedly asked
in
her
cash.
for the reports, some type of
And you
information for
have
the
no
accounts.
proof with you today that this IRA exists. She says it doesn't. You have no proof that it exists. You have no proof that it was ever set up. You have no proof that you ever gave her $5,000. You have no proof that you ever followed up with her and asked her about the IRA. You have absolutely nothing.
May I say something? She'd called me. She'd had some accident with her van on the freeway coming from her grandmother's house back to her house. She'd run over a blanket. So she
Really?
had to have her car repaired. And the insurance company, her insurance company was going to pay for it, but they weren't going to pay the repair shop.
So she's asking you for more money. That's what you're saying?
So she needed her car, so she called me and asked me if she could borrow another $1,800 so she could get her car from the body shop. At this time, it had been too many months, and I hadn't gotten any money back from the $3,000. And I said, Cheryl, you know, I just can't. You know, I don't have it. I said, you don't have any recourse at all? And she said, I opened up 2 savings accounts, one for each kid. And she goes, but there's only $500 in each one. And I said, well, you're gonna have to get some money from that.
What happened with that conversation about the accident?
That is not the way the conversation has gone.
What happened?
Okay.
Did you have an accident? Did you run over a blanket?
No, I did not run over a blanket, okay? No, I did not run over a blanket, but I had repeatedly asked her back for the money or proof that that was a penalty. She said that from the 2 IRAs that she had established for my children. Can I just back up and just start over, please?
No, I just want you to tell
you're
me.
questioning my credibility, and it's
No, ma'am. She's not doing anything to your credibility.
No, I'm asking
You're doing
you.
it to yourself
I don't want you
because
to question my credibility.
Well, you don't have any proof. You don't have any proof. You're telling me $5,000 is a lot of money for most people. Most people don't give $5,000 in cash without having some kind of proof that they've given that money to someone, and you have a checking account. So there's no reason for you to not write out a check or get a money order.
No, because she was.
You want me to believe that you gave somebody cash for IRAs and you have no proof that they even exist?
Yes, it was my aunt. And
what happened with the accident?
With the accident, I ran over it wasn't a blanket, it was a coil from a washing machine.
And did you call and ask her for more money?
No,
You're saying it was the money.
I needed the rest of my money. I needed some proof that there was accounts and that the penalties that when she liquidated the IRAs that I only got, she said that the most I would get was $1,700 out of each of the IRAs. So she dropped $3,000 into my account, boom, like that.
You're saying that you never had a conversation with her about IRAs. Where do you think this is? Where do you think this is coming from? Then
Never.
Is she just making this up?
Yes.
No, I'm not the one who drinks. She could do that, but she's the one who drinks. She's the one who drinks all day long and comes up with these things, and I can just go on and on about how many stories.
Why did you deposit $100 into her account?
What about the 3 checks that she has
I'm
of mine
asking you a
that's not
question.
cash?
I'm asking you a question. Why did you deposit $100 into her account in May of this year?
Because she said it would be best if I kept the IRAs. This was way before, if we can go back, okay? That if I kept those 2 accounts for my kids.
There are no IRAs.
Yeah, well, apparently not, okay? But if and I don't mean to be rude to my aunt, but it's just, there's something so far beyond what is going on here. Why did
you deposit $100 into her checking account?
Because we agreed it would be best if we kept the IRAs and the $3,000 she would serve as a loan to me.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay. And this was her idea. So
Oh, no, but I can't wait to hear this one.
Coming up, what's the reason behind the total lack of reason?
You never once mentioned, what are you talking about? I don't owe her any money. This money is from an IRA that she set up for my kids.
Plaintiff Janice Calhoun says her niece owes on a loan she never paid back. Defendant Cheryl Soraka says her aunt owes her money from her children's IRA.
Why did you deposit $100 into her account? I need you to give me an answer that makes sense so I can believe it.
Because she wanted to.
You can't think of a good answer.
No, I can think of a good answer. It was because I
No,
agreed
how
to her
about you
because
just
I
start
agreed to
telling
her.
the truth and
I am
stop
telling the
thinking
truth,
so
Your Honor.
much.
I am telling the truth.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes,
This is a simple question. This is a simple question that warrants.
Because she had talked me
Stop.
into having the
This is
$3,000 as a loan.
No, you need to stop. This is a simple question that warrants a simple answer. Why did you deposit, if you didn't owe her any money, why did you deposit $100 into her account in May?
Because she swore to me she still had those accounts for the IRA. Both of those accounts, 2 accounts for the IRA, Your Honor. She swore to me she did.
This makes no sense. This makes no sense. Ma'am, you said you had text messages and emails?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I'm speaking English. I don't think I'm being confusing.
This email.
This was from July of this year?
Yes.
2 emails from you where you write, you owe your aunt money. The first one, you say it deeply bothers you that she feels you betrayed her and that you've been dishonest, and you're not trying to avoid her, and you're not trying to not honor your debt to her. In the second email, you write, I want her to know that I'm not betraying her, just very late on paying her back. And for that, I'm very sorry.
That was after
Something's wrong with you.
That was after she.
Something's wrong with you.
Apparently, yeah.
You are, I don't know if you're a compulsive liar
I'm
or
not
what
a
your
compulsive
issues
liar.
are.
I have the phone. I
Here,
brought the
stop.
phone, Your Honor.
You can stop. 2 separate emails. And what's so telling about this, in these emails from July of this year, you never once mention, what are you talking about? I don't owe her any money. This money is from an IRA that she set up for my kids. Never once do you mention that. Never once do you mention this $3,000 came from an IRA. She still owes me $2,000. No, in these emails that you had no idea would be submitted to court and that I would read, you say twice, I owe her money and I have every intention on trying to pay her back. You know what I think? You know what I think?
Please.
Let me tell you something.
Please, all the text messages on your phone, please.
Let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know why you're like this, but you have an issue because she gave you $3,000. I absolutely believe it was a loan. Listen.
That's my money, Your Honor.
Stop it. No, it's not your money. No, it's not your money. You went to your aunt, just like she said you did, and you asked her for $3,000. You want me to believe, and you're coming up with a story about some IRAs that you have no proof exists. None. Zero. And you want me to actually believe that, and then you file a counterclaim about it.
And now, Judge Faith rules.
What gets me in this case the most is the fact that you sent emails saying that you owed her money, and then you deposited $100 in her account. Every time I ask you about it, you cannot even give me an answer that I can comprehend. Because you're trying to think too much, because you're trying to come up with stories instead of just telling the truth that you borrowed the money from your aunt when you needed the money.
Wrong, Your
You
Honor.
are in contempt of court. And you're gonna pay her the $3,000 you owe her. Judgment for the plaintiff, your case is dismissed.
This club owner tries to break the chains of misfortune.
Club 270 is in Ferguson, Missouri. We having financial problems now.
And so he says, man, I'm about to put chains on this club.
And a high school friend puts his neck on the line to help.
This is $8,000 necklace. He wears it when he's on the gigs, playing in the band, and he's pawning it for you?
In America, people invest in their hope. Their hope.
But public threats turn the dream into dread.
You say he owes you money.
Right.
You're obviously upset with him.
Right.
And the next thing I know, you're writing dead man walking on his Facebook page.
Plaintiff William Collier says he pawned his valuable necklace to keep his high school friend's nightclub open. He is seeking $3,200 for the unpaid loan and emotional suffering. Defendant Charles Hamilton claims the money was an investment, and the plaintiff threatened him on social media. He's countersuing for $2,000 for emotional stress and harassment.
Remain seated and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, this case is Collier versus Hamilton.
Thank you, Barbara. William Collier,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are suing the defendant Charles Hamilton
Yes, Your Honor.
for $3,200 for an unpaid loan and pain and suffering?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are countersuing, sir, for emotional stress and harassment for $2,000?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll start with you, Mr. Collier. How do you know Mr. Hamilton?
Well, at one point in time, we were in high school together at one point in time.
Okay, what city are you from?
St. Louis.
Okay.
We hadn't seen each other in a number of years, and we were, at a club at this particular point in time, so we were doing some catching up. And
When was that?
This was back in March of 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were talking, he started telling me that we were talking about some mutual friends and everything, and so he says to me, I own a club. And I said, okay, and so I tell him, I said, I have a band. And at this point in time, we start talking about, well, maybe my band could play.
What kind of band do you have?
I have a jazz, R&B, and blues band.
Okay.
And
What's the name of it?
Ambition. And so.
Do you own a club, sir, in the St. Louis area?
Club 270, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's called Club 270?
Club 270.
Where's that name come from?
That comes from Highway 270.
Oh, okay. So you can just get off the highway and go right to the club. That's what
Right.
you're saying? All right.
Yeah.
How long have you owned the
It's a familiar
club?
highway since 2011.
Okay. And what kind of club is it?
We have bands, we have dancing, we have artists from around the country come there. And recently we started having problems, okay? And
You mean
well,
financial problems?
Yes.
Okay.
And what had happened was I talked with William, and he had a band, a new band, by the way.
Was it new to you or just new?
No, it was new to
to
St.
him.
Louis.
Okay.
It was new to St.
this guy
Louis.
right here. He had no, we had
Your
never
Honor,
met each
sir.
it
other.
was
Hold on a
new to St. Louis. The
Okay.
band was new to St. Louis. Now, we gave them the opportunity to play there. Club 270, the hottest club in St. Louis. Gave the band.
You have to say so yourself.
Gave the band the opportunity to play there.
Okay.
All on the strength that he was my high school friend. So, Club 270 is in Ferguson, Missouri. I know that a lot of people know about Ferguson, Missouri.
Right, because of the
Okay?
Michael Brown
And
shooting.
It's a very, very, excuse me, Your Honor, racist city. Okay? We had, we could get 600 people in there, up and down, packed all the time, but the city didn't like that. They didn't like that. So after talking with William, I said, well, William, I'm gonna let you deal with the club, but we're having financial problems now. Now, they want me to open it back up. Now, I told...
Okay, hold on one second. Hold on. Let me let you interject here. Because this case is about your club was... You were having some financial
Right.
problems,
Yes, ma'am.
and he said he loaned you money to help the club out.
Getting to the point of me financially getting with this guy. We meet in March. We go through March. I'm checking out the band, checking out his club and everything. They have a few things going on at the club. But at the same token, he comes to me and says, William, can you ride with me out to this golf course to talk to the guy who he pays his rent to? So I'm saying to him, I said, well, no problem. So we go on this particular day, we ride out to this golf course, and when we get to the golf course, he starts speaking to this guy about, the exchanging of money and carrying on. And the guy walks off. They had a heated argument, and the guy walks off. He walks over to me and said, William, please go talk to this guy for me. Okay, I go over, I start talking to the guy. We sit on a golf cart on a golf course at the particular time. And he says, William, how do you know this guy? I said, well, we're high school friends and everything. And so he says, man, I'm about to put chains on this club.
Because
and
this guy is
close it.
telling you he owes him money.
He owes him money. And so at this point in time, I says, I'll see what I can do as far as helping Charles out.
And so did you do that?
So what I did, after I talked to this particular person, I came and I talked to Charles and I told him, I said, look, man, if I do this for you, I got to pawn my necklace in order to do this. Because
Well, how much money are we talking about?
we're talking about $1,200.
Okay.
Okay? Now, I have a necklace, all right? This ain't no joke. You see what I'm saying? I have an $8,000 necklace, okay?
Okay.
3.5 carat, okay?
Barbara, can I see that, please? Oh, well,
Finished in platinum, okay? With rings and okay, to
Wow,
match,
this is nice.
okay? I bought it as a set, okay? So, when I tell this guy I'm gonna loan him this money, we have an oral agreement at this
So
point.
I'm just curious, when do you wear this?
When do I wear it?
Yeah.
When I'm playing.
Oh, you're playing in the bed? Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? See, we got...
So you have a certain look you're going for when you're in the band?
We got the best
Okay.
band, and a lot of these guys are playing with different people and things
So
like
what
that.
you're saying is Club 270 was not your big break?
Not by a long shot.
Okay.
Coming up, what happens when the hope to be repaid becomes a distant dream?
In America, people invest in their hope.
Oh
Their
my God.
hope. Their hope is to get a return
All right, Mr.
on their
Hamilton.
investment.
All right.
Plaintiff William Collier says he pawned his valuable necklace to keep his high school friend's nightclub open. He's suing for the unpaid loan and emotional suffering. Defendant Charles Hamilton claims the money was just an investment gone bad. He's countersuing for emotional stress and harassment.
So the first engagement we played there went well. We had a nice turnout and everything.
Not
Money
really.
went well, paid the
Not
band,
really.
and everything was okay.
How much were you paid for the first time?
It in all $600.
Okay.
We paid the band, so the next following week we were supposed to play. The second week we were supposed to play, the club was sabotaged by some guy he says owns the club. And
What do you mean by sabotage?
the sprinkler system and security system was tore. Whatever happened, the fire marshal closed the club.
Right.
What
He
happened to
hired-
the sprinkler system?
One of the subordinate partners wanted to basically sabotage the club because we had changed the checking accounts and he didn't have access to the accounts.
Now, you say the club is sabotage and you can't play on that particular
That following
night.
Sunday, I cannot play. Okay, but the thing was this right here. Before all this happened, I get in the car at the golf. I'm telling him I have to pawn my necklace.
Because that's how you're going to get $1,200.
We have an oral agreement at this point. So to my detriment, I pawn my necklace on the oral agreement that I'm having from him to say he'll pay me my money.
Okay, so you go to the pawn shop or somebody you know
I pawned my necklace to a friend of mine
for $1,200.
for $1,200. $100 and incurred $100 fees a month that I told him about.
That's kind of a big deal for somebody to do, pawn their, I mean, this is $8,000 necklace. He wears it when he's on the gigs, playing in the band, and he's pawning it for you? That's kind of a...
Your Honor, I agree with that. It's a big deal, but you have to understand, in America, there is what you call the greatest class of people, and that is investors. Sometimes your investment does not pan out. You fall down, you brush yourself back up and get back up.
Because you're saying the money he gave you was an investment.
Was an investment.
Not a loan.
Now, had he gained money from that investment, would we be here today? No, I think not. Because not only would he have gotten $1,200,
Oh, man.
he would have, Your Honor, got 100% of the door.
But your club got shut down.
But the times that he did play, he got 100% of the door.
Go ahead, sir, because he's saying, you're saying it wasn't, you okay?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine, Your Honor.
All right, you're saying it was an investment. He's saying it was a loan. I want you to finish telling me the conversation. Tell me, this is what I want, here's what I want to know. When you gave him that $1,200, when you had the conversation with him about the money, tell me specifically what you say he said in terms of when he would pay you back.
Too much to pay me back my money, whether in increments, all at once, whatever. At the end of 2 months, I demanded my money. I said, Charles, I need my $1,200, dude.
And what did he say?
He's like giving me the runaround now because...
Okay, so Mr. Hamilton, did he come to you after 2 months and say, I need my money back?
Yes.
Okay.
He not only told it to me, he told it on Facebook.
Well, what did you say when he asked you about the $1,200? What did you say? Well, this was an investment. Did you tell him that?
Yes, I told him that other people invest in businesses. See, I'm a businessman. People invest in business.
Sir, I remember the American dream. You've already told me all about it.
I'm telling you about this particular thing, though. People invest in their hope.
Oh
their
my God.
Their hope is to get a return
all right, Mr.
on their
Hamilton.
investment.
All right.
Now,
sir,
Your Honor.
Sir, stop. Do you have any proof that this was a loan,
I have
sir?
text messages showing that this guy has said in his own text messages he owes me this money. Can you please give
I don't
this
deny that, Your Honor.
I know you
never
don't.
denied that he put money up.
in the
I have never
I know,
denied
sir.
that.
You're saying that he was investing in the hope and the dream.
Right.
And it was not a loan.
And
I
sometimes those
understand.
hope and dreams don't pan out. But, Your Honor, if the person that you're investing, if the person or the endeavor that you're investing in is truly attempting to make good on not only your investment, but for the customers that come to the wonderful club, Club 270. I told them that you never give up. You never give up. Now, Your Honor, since May 13th, since we were closed, the city now wants me to open the club back up.
Coming up, Is a threatening post open to interpretation?
Charles, man, somebody put dead man walking. What's up? Whenever you say the words like dead, you better watch out.
Plaintiff William Collier says he loaned money to help his high school friend's nightclub. He's suing for the unpaid loan and emotional suffering. Defendant Charles Hamilton says the money was a risky investment that doesn't have to be repaid. He's countersuing for emotional stress and harassment.
Show me your proof, sir, that you say this was a loan and not an investment.
Right. So
Show me the text messages.
These are the text messages.
What is your counterclaim about? You're suing for $2,000 for harassment.
Right. Your Honor, you know, since he put that on Facebook, here you go.
Put what on Facebook?
Here. Dead man walking.
What? You wrote something?
Yeah, he put it on Facebook. Now, Your Honor.
Oh, he wrote this on your Facebook page.
On my Facebook. Now, my Facebook, I don't have a lot of people.
Let's look at that
I have
on the
only
flat screen.
686 people.
Friends.
Friends on Facebook. Whenever you say the words like dead, and to a person that has a certified gun, then you put those two together, and you better watch out.
What do you think he's going to think when he sees dead men walking on his Facebook page?
Your Honor, he was in my car. He was in my car 3 times after that.
Sir,
So
I'm asking you a question.
He didn't have no fear for his life. I've never
How
threatened
do you,
this
you
man
don't know
in my
that?
life.
You don't know that.
Because I've never threatened this man. He's never called the police
No,
on
dead
me.
man walking.
Right.
Dead
I know
man
the
walking
statement
is
says
a
that,
threat.
but that's a movie. That's a movie.
Oh, so you were
You know the
referring a
movie-
movie to, you were telling him this is a good movie, you should go see
No,
it.
it's
when you
actually
wrote that
a
on his
movie, and they
Facebook
made a
page?
statement in the movie. It was a statement made in that movie about this particular situation.
Because here I have, you say he owes you money.
Right.
You're obviously upset with him.
Right.
And the next thing I know, you're writing dead man walking on his Facebook page.
Ma'am.
And that was just the worst, Your Honor.
Like I said, after that particular situation, this guy actually gets in my car 3 times, goes to my mother's house, helped me clean
I'm not asking
just
what he did.
if
I'm
he was
asking about what you did.
If he was so fearful for his life, why would he get in the car with me? Well, took him to the store to get cigarettes.
So you
What he
say you
fails
were
to realize,
harassed.
he has a problem with time. Sequences. You know, he wants to take this time and throw it all the way back here just so he could, you know, put more credits on what he's trying to say
So you're
now.
saying after he wrote dead man walking, you never got back in his car?
Your Honor, that dead man walking came about 4 weeks ago.
What?
Now, I went to help him.
No, October 15th.
Right. I went October 15th, right?
That is
what-
about a month ago.
Right. That's the last communication, Your Honor.
That the two of you had?
That's right. Now, Your Honor, I went to clean his mom's house because his mom had passed, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I helped him clean his mom's house.
When was
I've been
that?
in his car, but it was previous time.
Okay, got it. So, and what else is your harassment claim based on?
This riles me up. You know, riles me up.
Because he was texting you or what?
Texting me. He was calling me.
So I'm just curious, if all this is going on, why not just give him back the $1,200, even if you say it was an investment at this point just to get him off of your back?
And that's why I've been paying an attorney. That's why I'm, like I told other people, and they are, one thing my problem was, Your Honor, is that he's not a seasoned investor. I can't help that. I didn't know that, Your Honor. I didn't know that, Your Honor. You know, when you, like, if you invest in General Motors, okay, and General Motors goes bust, I mean, the shares drop substantially, and you lose your money. Then you can't go and stalk General Motors chairman and say, give me my money.
And now, Judge Faith rules.
This is what happens when you don't put things in writing. Right. You understand? Because now I'm going by the text messages, the communications that the two of you had. And he's repeatedly asking you for this $1,200, and you're repeatedly saying that you're going to give him the money. And it looks like you're making up some excuses. At one point, you say you're on bed rest.
Yeah, that's from the harassment.
Oh, you were on bed rest because he was harassing
Here's
you?
what I'm saying. All of this placed all kind of stuff in my mind. And
Mr. Hamilton, let me tell you, you're good, but you're not that good, all right?
Please.
My judgment in this case...
Can I have that
Stop, stop. You're good, but you're not that good. Okay. I believe you owe him the $1,200 for the unpaid loan, sir. On your counterclaim for emotional stress, I do not think it rises, although you were wrong for what you did, I don't think it rises to the level of him owing you monetary damages, sir. So your counterclaim is dismissed. Judgment in this case is for the plaintiff, $1,200 plus your court cost. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.